we're looking forward to it. You know, we just really want to finish on a good note.
Just kind of reflecting on the spring, you know, how good has this position change been for you? You know, working mainly at running back, and just kind of overall, how was your spring?
You know, I've been pretty happy with the transition. It's not like I went to a different position that I didn't know this round. I felt pretty comfortable. The biggest thing was just learning the standards and performing up to expectation at that position that the coaches want me to.
Devrin, you had a couple plays in that scrimmage on Saturday. That helped your confidence kind of going into this last week.
Oh, how does it?
Or did it? Yeah.
Oh, I mean, every day helps my confidence. As long as I feel like I'm growing, and I feel pretty positive about everything.
We have seen you make a number of big plays this spring. I mean, do you attribute that to, you know, kind of having a better feel for the position this time around, or, you know, is it just the ways they're using you in this offense, or, you know, what do you attribute that to?
It's just a combination of everything. You know, having a good off season, just working at it as far as off the field type stuff, and just executing like the coaches want me to. It's just a number of things. You can't just point at one thing and saying this is the reason why a little success is coming around. So.
How is this hybrid role different from the hybrid role you had under Jim Chaney?
I guess the biggest thing is let's get to touch the ball a little bit more. Every day you gotta develop trust with the coaches, and you know, I guess somewhat I can say I'm doing that. So.
How different is it being a running back lining up wide sometimes than being a wide out lining up in the backfield sometimes?
It's a huge difference, and I'd say the biggest difference is just having speed control. You know, out there wide out, you just get to come out of your stance full speed, where in the backfield you gotta let the linemen do what they gotta do and then do your part.
How much adjustment's just been the physical part of being a running back, like to take the hits and things like that?
Obviously, it's a huge adjustment from being on the perimeter. I get out of practice with just a scratch on me, being out there wide receiver. But now, you know, you gotta stay in the training room, take care of your body, and just have a physical mindset each and every day.
Anything you're going to be working on this summer, just in terms of preparing for that round? Or?
I would just say durability, as far as keeping my body strong.
And do you have to know all the routes from running back and the three receiver positions?
Do I?
Yeah. So you don't line up anywhere, just the slot?
Oh yeah, I'll get out there and slide sometimes, but as far as knowing all three running back positions, wide receiver positions, they don't put all that on me.
Would you want to stick to the weight you're at now, or are you going to try to put on a little bit for the summer?
I'm definitely going to be trying to get bigger, faster, and stronger.
How's the competition there, all the return stuff? How's that been going on?
It's pretty good. You know, it's just like every other position. If you don't show up and produce, then you get replaced.
What goes through your mind, I guess, when you see someone like, you know, Cam make a big play? I know it's your teammates, so you probably get excited, but also you want to make sure that job is yours. So does that motivate you, or how does that go when you see one of your teammates who you're competing with kind of making a big play?
You know, I told Cam, you know, good job on that, but at the same time, you know, I just gotta be ready to show up when it's my turn.
Dev, you've been in a bunch of big games inside Neyland Stadium, and Saturday's obviously a big showcase. Do you think that's an advantage for you, that maybe you won't have some of the jitters that some of the other guys may have out there for the first time?
Somewhat. I feel like at this point there really shouldn't be too many jitters. The guys have played in Neyland a couple times. They even got to play in front of the students. So if they have jitters, it's just because somebody's not prepared, I feel like.
You're still sort of a part-time wideout. How much improved is the wideout group from fall to now?
Oh, they've improved a lot, you know, as far as playing up to the standards that Coach Z puts on them. You know, they're getting tighter. They're all making plays, and we're getting a lot better with blocking on the perimeter. So, you know, all around, I'd say the wide receiver core has really grown this spring camp.
And the addition of Josh and Vaughn, I imagine, has helped quite a bit.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
They say a lot of the coaches here speak the same language. You've been in, I guess, one meeting room, and now you're in a different meeting room. Do they speak the same language? Is it like, you know, how much different are they?
I mean, obviously, it's slightly different lingo for every position, but it's the same language within that position. So, you know, once you learn the terminology, it's easy.
So has this staff been as cohesive as it looks like it's been? I mean, it looks like these guys work really well together. I guess the offensive guys have been together forever for the most part.
Oh yeah. This Coach Jones really keeps everybody on the same page. You can just tell that, you know, everybody is on the same level with the expectations and all that. So, you know, the best thing is just to join them.
Dev, is this about the healthiest you've been able to stay for an entire spring? Just seems like you've not been slowed by anything. You've been able to make a lot of big impact plays.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I've been blessed to be pretty healthy throughout my career. I've had a few setbacks, but yeah, this has been a pretty good spring for me, and obviously I don't want to stop where I'm at right now, so I'm just gonna keep going and not even think about any minor success.
How is this offense different now that you guys have had a full year in it?
It's just more. I guess it's just you just understand it better. It's more like back of your hand now because you do it repetition-wise over and over and over every day. So.
Are the coaches calling more things, putting more on you now?
No.
Yeah. Coach always say, put on your plate where you can eat. So as long as you show you can handle something, then you're gonna keep growing your role.
Dev, you said you don't want to be satisfied whatsoever. So what do you do after Saturday? What's the next step for you? What do you carry into the offseason?
Well, I make sure I finish strong academically, and once that huge monkey's off my back, I just get my mind back right, get over here under Coach Larson and them, and just stay up there on the whiteboard and just improve your game all around.